Value is one of the elements of art. The elements of art are all the things that we put together in order to make a piece of artwork. Value shows the lightness or darkness of a material. This exercise here is going to let us practice making a value scale for pencil, colored pencil, and marker. The scale is going to show the range of values for each material. So if we start with a pencil, it's going to show this range from very light to very dark. So to do that, we're going to start out at one end, and we're going to lay down a value with the pencil. Now we want in the end for one end of this little box here to be as dark as the pencil can be, and the other end to be the lightest that it can be, and have a smooth progression from one end to the other. So you want to be careful not to get too dark too soon. So I'm going to get lighter and lighter as I go down here. The very end it's going to be so light you can barely see it. It'll get darker and darker as it goes. Smooth blending is the key here. We don't want to see lots of lines. You notice I'm using the side of my pencil and not the very tip to make this work. Now on this end here, it's pretty dark, but it's not as dark as this pencil can go. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to use the tip of my pencil a little bit here to show the very darkest end, but I'm not going to leave a line. I'm going to blend it into the rest. So it's the darkest dark on the end, like this. And then it's going to get lighter as it goes, so I'm going to be careful to raise the pressure, or sorry, lighten the pressure on my pencil as it goes down. And now you can see that we have a value scale for this pencil that goes the darkest dark and all the way to the lightest light. The next one is with colored pencil. So you'll do the same thing, only it's with a color. So it's a very similar process. You're going to lay down the darker on the one end, and I'm going to do this kind of quickly. Okay, on the one end we want to have it as dark as it can go. Just like the pencil, it's going to get lighter and lighter as it goes to the other end. Now it takes some practice to make a value scale. Okay, so this looks pretty good, except on this end we want to show the darkest dark that this pencil can do, this colored pencil. So I'm going to go ahead and really color dark on this end. And then I'm going to let it blend out, lighten the pressure on my pencil so it blends into the other values. Okay, and now we can see that this colored pencil has a value range, can go from this dark here all the way to the light. Now the last one here is the marker, and we can't blend a marker the same way that we can blend the pencils. So there's a little trick to it. There's two things you can do. One, you can do it with lines. So if we start with our lines very close together on this end, and then as we go, we make them further and further apart. That's a way to show value with a marker. It looks darker over here, and it looks lighter as it gets to this end. Another way to do it is with dots. So I'm going to do it just below here to show you. Actually, what I'll do is I'll do it on this one right here. Okay, and in this one, you would put lots of dots that are right next to each other at one end. So it's getting pretty dark down there. And then as you go, less dots. And that would be an example of another way to do a value scale with a material like a marker.